So I found there's a website that works to connect streamers with specifically indie game creators. And this is a sponsored segment through them for this game, Legend of the Keepers, which is a single-player turn-based game that's described as roguelite, I believe is the word that they use. It's going to go into early access on Steam on the 19th, I believe, so it's 2 days from now. If you want to check it out, there's a bit.ly link there. It'll be in the YouTube video description as well. So let's go ahead and poke it. I played like through the first part of it last night, like half of the first tutorial. The tutorial was kind of like, quirky and funny, so I kind of wanted to play through the tutorial on stream all the way, so I like signed out after playing a little bit of it. Oh, do I have it muted? Oh, I think I have it muted. Oh no. The bird's actually a person talking.
Treasures we keep in our dungeons. We don't have much time to spend training you, so please keep up.
How's the volume level on that versus me? I think it should be good. I just dragged it down a hair. Might have been blasted a little bit to start there. So the setting, the Vorthos on this game is that you are a dungeon master setting up monsters in dungeons. It's a tad quiet. Okay, we'll pull it up.
Heroes keep coming to try and take our treasures. The marketing team has worked hard to promise gold and glory to these idiotic adventurers. We have a little time before they get here, so let's place our traps and our employees to prepare a defense.
So we have a bone catapult to put here.
We always leave an empty room in every dungeon. You can use it to ambush the adventurers with one of your favorite spells. Some rooms are dedicated to combat. This is my favorite bit. Make sure you analyze each group of adventurers. Your employees are counting on you to prepare an effective strategy. Pay attention to combatants' attacks and resistances. They are key elements for victory.
So, place some monsters in our dungeon. I guess these things have different stats and attacks here, it looks like. They're good and weak against different things. So I imagine when you aren't playing the tutorial, it'll give us more choices. So we have a spell, enrages the next group of monsters, damage and morale dealt increases by 30%.
The job also involves bullying these insignificant humans. No reason work can't be fun. You can of course kill them, or terrify them so much they'll flee like peasants, as you see fit. Don't forget that in battles, the fastest combatants act first.
Yeah, it does seem similar to like the boss monster board game. Oh, so I get to control their attacks. Okay. I get to choose who to attack. So what does he do? He has a scare attack. And then we damage. I'm assuming the bottom bar is morale. Oh, it always hits the first one. Okay. Well, unless it has range. Fireball, alright. Scream of Terror, minus 20 morale. Okay, yeah, so the bottom bar makes them run away. That's cute. How does it determine who attacks you? I'm not sure. sure. Okay, so when I'm mousing over here, it lights up. I bet it was lighting up last time and it didn't work. Okay, so this damages the morale. This applies bleeding. And this gives you a bonus if... Oh, it shows you how much damage it's going to deal too. Look at that. So when you mouse over, it shows you what the morale's going to do or what the other effects are.
You did it! I knew from the start that you had potential. Know that here in Dungeons Company, we reward talent and value ambition. Shoot for the moon. And so, your training ends. I'll see you again next year for your annual evaluation. If you do a good job in protecting our treasures, you'll get the promotion you deserve.
Oh, so there's different types of things you can pick here. So you have to unlock this one and this one. When they go into early access later this week, will be available. The engineer, the slaveholder that says enchantress. So I guess we'll pick the one that we have the option to. Yeah, so you're not a dungeon raider. You're the dungeon master, positioning traps and monsters to stop the heroes that are attacking your dungeon. Okay, so this is like the actual game, not the tutorial. So we have more monsters to pick from. And you can see some of the stats on these things. There's pluses and minuses down there at the bottom. So like this guy's weak against nature, and this guy's weak against nature, and this guy's weak, has bad armor. This does nature damage, so that's probably good. And this does nature damage, so I probably want to pick these two guys that say nature. I don't know, he's sweet looking. Oh, look, we get a selection of traps, chat. What do we want to... What kind of traps do we want to put down? We have a circular saw, a poison dart, the bone catapult. Definitely the saw. Love it. Oh, we get a second trap room? Oh, this does nature damage. The nature damage is probably good, right? We said 2 of these were bad against nature. Based looking at their stat bars. Well, let me get a second room of monsters. Okay, so you probably want to look. Okay, so like these look like they're... So this and this are resistant to ice, so I probably don't want the ice guy. I haven't really done anything that damages morale, so I probably want to stick to guys that deal damage. Okay, so now they run through the dungeon.
Holly.
Okay, so we pick him. This is Poison Dagger. Puts a little poison modifier on them. Whoa, that was rude. So this does nature to all of them. Oh, yeah, look here. People are saying it shows you on the dots who it attacks. So this hits the last one. That's the 3. This would hit all of them. Let's do that. So freezing breath hits all of them and slows them. This would hit just the back one. This is resistant to ice a little bit, so let's hit all of them. Doesn't look like there's a cooldown or anything. We just do whatever we want each time. So this would hit all of them a little bit, or this would like dumpster the third one. Let's dumpster the third one. So she died from poison. I love the word dumpstering in game context. So this does fire. This would make the monsters better. This would damage morale. Probably just deal damage to them. It's like almost kills the first one. Yeah, it does. It does highlight how much damage your attacks are going to deal at the bottom. So this does a little bit of morale. This just does mostly damage, and it makes them bleed. Let's do that. Get them. Look at that. They didn't even get to my boss. You have successfully protected the treasure. Do I pick a guy now? Does air damage and morale. Does fire damage. Damage dealt increases by 5%. I'm gonna pick the guy that just does damage.
As you could probably guess, dying isn't the nicest experience. Fortunately, our Lich Doctor is here to resurrect your employees for free. However, being dragged back to the land of the living after a taste of eternal peace can be quite demotivating. If your employees die too often, they might suffer from burnout. Your employees' morale is therefore a matter to be taken seriously. Give them a break from time to time by sending them to the Garrison. The feasts organized after a victorious defense will make them want to get back into action.
Yeah, I agree. The animations are fairly charming. So motivation. I like their bars at the bottom is how much motivation they have. Click here. Garrison. Okay. I don't... Gerbog. I don't see any guys here. The cutscenes remind me of the old LucasArts Scum games. Ghost Sandwich, thanks for the 14 months. Maybe I've been playing too many Switch games, but I like that it actually talks to me. Like, I feel like all the Switch games, they don't have actual voice acting behind it. I like that the fact that there's a voice actor. Is there a way to give you credit for us buying this? There's not. Just check them out. Use my link. My link probably tracks it. They gave me a specific bit.ly link, so I assume they're tracking that traffic. Killer Caterpillar, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Oh, so we can upgrade our different traps here. If we like specific ones, I can move my ad here in the corner. I've got some gold to spend. We can leave the engineer. What else do we have? The tree. Oh, no, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't realize that I had to do something. I thought I could click in the other options. All right, noted. Deal with office troubles and business work environment for better or worse. Send 3 volunteers to plunder the place of your choice. Paperwork, plunder. I'm gonna go with the plunder. Isolated farm, pilgrimage site, risk of injury, 1 volunteer, 3 weeks. There's a chance to find an artifact. Right, let's plunder the isolated farm. Your volunteers stole all the farm's onion. The farmer's soup will be bland. You're so cruel. We got some gold. All right. Alchemist. Transmute blood, tears, or gold into another resource. All right, let's deal with the office troubles. I don't know that I want to transmute anything. By chance, you meet a tamer traveling through the region and looking for some work. This traveler offers to train one of your employees at half price. Yeah, deal. Train that gargoyle up. All right, okay, so the order of the rooms at the top differs from time to time. So it shows me trap, monsters, spell, trap, monsters. These guys are weak to nature and ice. Weak to ice. Weak to nature, resistant to ice. So ice and nature are probably the types of things I want. So let's do the poison dart again. Ooh, that's a good thing to observe. It has high HP, low morale. So it's 220 HP and then 110 morale. That shows you the stats underneath. And these ones are about equal. So this dork does nature damage. And this dork does nature damage. And then this does ice damage, right? These are all resistant to fire a little bit, or neutral. Oh, is artifact? I just thought they were making fun of the monsters not able to speak English properly. You're right, it might just be a language barrier thing. Alright, so we have to place monsters again. We said ice. So this guy sounds great. He has an area effect attack. And this guy does air damage. How do they line up on air? They're all resistant to air except for the third one. This does fire. We did upgrade him. He's level 2. Artifact is the British spelling. Okay, that makes sense. Like theater being spelled R-E. Oh, I guess we can predict what things they're gonna attack to based on their attacks, right? So I could position my monsters based on who I want to get hit based on what their attacks look like. So she is weak to nature. I can hit her with the poison arrow and take like half her life down. That seems good. Yeah, I've never seen it spelled T-E, which is why I thought it was a joke. I think the debuffs carry section to section. This would almost kill her, and then it applies a poison. The poison might finish her, or the next trap might finish her too, right? Yeah. All right, poison didn't do it. Well, we get a spell here too, right? Oh, the poison did it there. Okay. Burning Whip would almost finish it. Makes the next group of monsters bigger. This basically kills him, right? The poison might finish him off in the next room. Oh, the circular saw is definitely gonna do it. Deals 12 damage and gives frostbite. Damages morale. Let's just do damage. It just rip its arm off and throw it at him. That's great. Normal. It grew back. I mean, it knew its arm was gonna come back, I'm sure. Alright, so we can take money. There's a ballista that does physical damage and breaks armor. Physical damage and bleeding. So this only hits the thing in front. This chucks through all of them. I feel like I want a ballista. It's a marketable trait, arms growing back. Okay, so they're low. Looks like they're getting low on morale. Okay, so here we can send them. Okay, so our guys that we have been working real hard, like Mandible. Wait, I don't understand. How do I put them in the Garrison? Can I like drag them over? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, and I can configure who's in which rooms too. So I can configure, so I won't know what what adventurers are coming yet, but I can space these out so I have like a variety of things in each room. Put debuffers in the first room. That's a good idea. Although my poisoners are over here, right? I don't think I have any poisoners left. Oh, this is bleeding? Okay, so let's put bleeding in the first room. This also does bleeding. Okay, yeah, so putting the bleeding guys in the first room. All three of these cause them to bleed. Yeah, it seems like a good plan. Alright, so we get to train somebody up. So this guy's already leveled up once. Ooh, this is sweet to note. Monsters behind him take 25% less damage. Let's level him up. We'll just put him up front every time. Oh, we can level up multiple things. I like the ice dude, kinda. Adds 2 stacks to the penalty with the most stacks on each hero. Oh, that's kind of sweet. So, like, this would combine with, like, poison and stuff, I think. Does extra damage based on penalty stacked up. Oh, this does bleeding, too. Let's level him up again. We've only killed heroes, so you have a bunch of red currency. Eventually, you'll need blue currency, so you might try for some morale kills at some point. Oh! We gather That's great. We gather tears from heroes scared, and we gather blood from heroes killed. That's great. That's excellent. And then obviously gold. I ran out of money because we upgraded my stuff. Should we plunder again? Let's plunder again. Guarded prison. Set a monster free 75%. Oh, that's good. Yeah, let's rob the prison. Oh, we got a monster out of it? Your volunteers snuck into the prison and left a trail of blood. They even found a monster in a cage and set him free. So we got Irim, we got a goblin. You love to see it, chat. You've received a letter from the Monster Training Center offering to train one of your employees for a large amount of gold. The training would take 8 weeks, but it gives 2 levels. I don't have enough money for that. Maybe we should have been more conservative with our gold.
I almost forgot. The company owns several dungeons that need protecting. We only send teams when our specialists inform us that a group of adventurers are approaching. You will sometimes have the choice of several contracts. The more dangerous the heroes, the higher your bonus if you succeed. Thanks to the company's portal service, sending you to the other end of the world is a matter of moments.
So this is double the rewards, but it's flagged as hard versus normal. We've killed the adventurers every time before they've gotten to the boss at the end. Should we try for the double rewards, or should we be conservative? Well, double or nothing. We're talking to a group of Magic players. There's no fear in this dojo. That's okay. I accept your premise. All right, so this is weak to nature and fire, resistant to ice. Weak to fire. All right, so this guy protects things behind him, so I want to put him up front. I don't think I have any fire damage in here. Just physical. Air. What does their air resistance look like? Well, these are actually both weak to air. Okay. Their morale is a lot lower than HP. No, it's about the same. This first one, the morale's a bit lower, but not by a lot. There is a red on the task if you don't have enough money to pick that option. Okay, that makes sense. Saves you clicking in. Well, I mean, I just got my fancy ballista, so obs need to use that here. Well, they're gonna go through both traps. Oh, maybe I was supposed to put the poison dart up first. Both these, the poison dart only hits the front one, and this one's probably gonna be dead. So I think I'm gonna do the circular saw. I cannot go back to previous rooms, it doesn't look like. Once you said it, it's confirmed. There's a confirm button down here that makes you confirm. Alright, so this is probably going to be dead by the time they get here. This is weak to fire. This one might still be here, so let's put our fire monsters out. Oh, he's great. Yes, yeah, front means currently in front. All three of these are resistant to ice, so I probably don't want to put him up. This only does... Oh, this does air damage too, to the back one. Sure, and she's weak to air. That seems fine. I wonder if you get different bosses at the end at some point. I gotta imagine you unlock that. Okay, so Poison Dagger or Goblin Trick. So Sharp Horns would hit the first one. This would deal damage to all of them. I'm just gonna run down the first one. You are the boss, so when you play as other characters, you get other bosses. Oh, that makes sense. So at the very start, when it said the boss is the slaveholder, right, we picked that at the start. It's good to pick up on. Impalement hits the first two. Spear Strike hits just the first one. It pokes through both of them. That's great. This should finish her, right? Yep. Look at that. Chat was right. We were set to gamble with the bigger one. Passive applies Demoralize to the heroes at the start of the gargoyle's turn. Maybe we should try and do a Demoralize run at some point. Just keep killing them for now, though. And that was just the first room, right? So like they're down to 1 dork. Leaves them for the other rooms. I like the animations. Mortar does 30 fire damage and applies burn 3. We're kind of light on gold, but I also like setting adventurers on fire. I'm gonna take the mortar. Okay, so these guys are mostly rested up. I could swap in some of these. So you're supposed to let some of your monsters rest so they don't lose all their morale. Let's put poison guys up front. Then we could put this guy here. Business trip. Choose an employee to protect the sales department during a business trip. Buy a monster or trap. I feel like I have enough guys. I'd like to just upgrade them. Yeah, I agree, Hickahug. That's probably true. Management would like you to send one of your guys to the sales department for their bodyguard. Oh, these guys get paid more? Yeah, let's send him. We get 191 gold. Oh, wait, this gives me Horn of Plenty, Fallen Monster, 15% chance to lose 1 less motivation. That's kind of good. I'm kind of gold light, though. Let's still collect blood as well. This has a chance to set monsters free. This could find an artifact. I think I want to try. I guess I need gold more than anything, huh? This has gold and can find the artifact. Your volunteers plunder a desecrated crypt. The local skeletons frown disapprovingly. They've emerged unscathed. I kind of wish there was voice acting in the middle there, too. I feel like it adds a nice touch to it. Some tax officials have come to collect. Good job. They drink blood. These suit and tie vampires are here to collect taxes. Blood is more valuable than gold coins to them. They can even grant you monetary compensation in exchange for blood, and you would be exempt from taxes. 180 life lost. I think I could just pay this, right? Yeah, okay, so hero's blood is useful for that. Black market. Sell monsters in Garrison that are no longer useful to you. Yeah, the actual IRS, you can pay in blood. Well, I don't want to sell either of these guys. I like them. Oh, I just realized we have stats down here too. Well, because I have other guys. I wouldn't mind selling some of like this guy doesn't seem very useful. This game is a meme for late stage capital. It is a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of appreciate that it is. Yeah, I could have used my health instead of the currency. I think that's accurate. All right, so the mortar will do damage and burn this. That sounds great. All right, monsters. This one's super resistant to nature attacks. This one is a little bit resistant. This one is not quite. This one's weak to nature. I don't really have Maybe we'll lead up front with this guy. I guess this is nature of the front one, and this is weak to nature, so this is probably fine to lead on. I have two different goblins. We have Griggins and Irim. Oh, and the goblins they do the same attacks, just have different names. Yeah, I agree, Wargy. Different games like this, usually you're the attacker as opposed to defender. So this has weak armor. This will probably still be alive when they get here. Okay, so these are weak to fire, and this is neutral to fire, so I probably want my flame guys again. And how are they against ice? This is resistant to ice, but it's probably going to be dead by the time it gets here. Labrador Medical Company is suing the COVID-19 test and trying to get to the cease manufacturer because it claims it breaches their patents. Oh, that's something. You're talking about mocking late-stage capitalism. Yeah, it's very comparison to the Boss Monster board game seems very apt. Yeah, we've kept a good amount of people. Like I said, I got this, oh, they killed my skeleton before he attacked. That's rude. I got this sponsorship through a site that specifically looks to pair streamers with indie games. So I might poke around on there and pick a couple others up that look interesting. A little variety's good. Burn. I think I'm gonna try the Show No Mercy. Okay, so they've got the power up here, extra damage. All right, hypothermia does damage. So this would kill her. This has an AoE too, though, right? Yeah, both of these. This is about to do an AoE as well. So this will probably finish. Oh no, they're gonna get to my boss monster, chat. My guy at the end, the slaveholder. Yeah, the turn order on the left shows you the order they're about to go in. Yeah, 2 adventures are gonna make it to the end here. Alright, Whiplash finishes him. That doesn't quite finish. So let's do this. I assumed they were going to get to the boss at some point, right? Alright. They beat up the employees, but they got to us, and it was not a big deal. 15% chance that monsters killed will come back to life as a skeletal warrior. Burnout duration of monster reduced by 2 weeks. Demons gain 10% power. Let's try that one. Crystal Skull. Motivation. Motivation is low on some of the monster fam here. Let's shuffle them around. So these dorks are full. He does bleeding, and he protects the dorks behind him. So let's get him up front. Let's put him. The goblin's a little bit sad too. If I pull the goblin, I'm forced to play these 3 here. Maybe I just go down to, like 3 monsters in each of these. So these can hang out over here. Spend gold to train your monsters. Upgrade traps. Buy monsters. I probably want more monsters, huh? I feel like we're a little bit light. Does air damage and morale damage. Does physical damage and breaks armor. That sounds good. I think I really want the morale. What does this do? Icy breeze. Meh. Let's see what the other events are. The R&D manager has developed a new trap that seems to be very proud of it. He wants to secretly sell it to you for a few gold coins. If you refuse, there is a chance he might take it very badly. Alright, we'll buy his trap. Therapist. An employee morale review done by a specialist. Train some of your monsters. Let's train some of the monsters. I like this guy. He's been really good. So he gets up to level 3. Is 3 the top? It's not the top for this guy. Let's upgrade the ice guy. Alright, I think we're out of money. Alright, so last time, I feel like the adventures probably get better as the waves go. Oh, our slaveholder health doesn't recover either. It gets +9 per week, so it slowly recovers, but it's not a guarantee. Alright, 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 we won't be scared. We won't be scared. There's no room for fear. Alright, and this is a Zygomatic leads because he protects the stuff behind him. Alright, so we should look at these guys. They take extra damage from fire and nature. Fire and armor. Ice and air. So this guy does physical. Seems fine. And this is weak to nature, so getting the goblin in to do that sounds good. Yeah, I feel like based on the controls and the interface so far, this game could be on mobile. I don't know if they plan to do that or not. One of the pieces of feedback I need to give the folks is like, they didn't really give me super good information about like all the details around the game outside of like the release date. Like I don't know what it costs on Steam offhand. Does the Steam page on the link list what it costs to have access to it? This guy's already a little bit low on morale. No price shit as far as I saw. Okay. Yeah, I looked and I didn't see a price. These things are double resistant to ice. So I probably want some of my non-ice guys. Well, I guess I have to do at least one, huh? So, the orb room that it skips over, you pick which spell you cast during the run. So you don't set the spell up in advance. So like when we get to the orb room on the actual run, we'll get to pick. Wait, what? Ignore the first attack suffered. Well, that's busted. So I should have had him probably go after the back one. Well, that's rude. Oh! Randomly move all monsters to another position at the start of the first fight. I need to pay more attention. If I would have seen this, I was like, I did a double take there. I was like, I thought I put him in the front because he protects things, but I should have explicitly not put him in the front because this reshuffles them. Okay. 50 damage and applies broken armor. He has a chance to stun. Let's just break their armor. Does it matter where you put him? It shuffles them. Randomly moves all... So, it says it moves them to another position. So, by starting him in front, I believe that means he's guaranteed to not be in front. Yeah, another being the keyword. So, if I put him here or here, he wouldn't guaranteed to be in front, but he'd have a higher chance to be. Yes, I should have put him in 2 or 3 so he had a chance to be up front. Oh yeah, if I put him in the last, he's guaranteed to be here or here. Oh, it is blocking it. Yeah, sorry. Maybe the top is good. Let's put it up top. I agree. I like the graphic style. There's a wide range of different effects on the attacks too, which is great. Also, if you're a geek like me, this thing has a native Linux client, which is great. Didn't have to futz with wine or anything like that. I don't really have anything that impacts morale. Burning Whip could finish her, which is probably good. So this does it to everything. Oh, this is the back. Yeah, I like that it shows you what the outcome's gonna be. Alright, let's finish him. Yeah, get out of here. Throws an arm. Whatcha? I love that it actually like throws its arm. That's so great. This gives it armor. I think I'd rather upgrade my boss. Yeah, that one went way better than the previous one, huh? Doctor, stick your tongue out and say ah. All right, let's shuffle these guys around a little bit. Let's get my poison guys back in. Let's get him over here and get Zygomatic over here. We like have enough monsters now that we can like shuffle and still have like a good selection in here, which is great. Occupational Health Office has been called to do some tests. 90 life is bright. Okay, sweet. If they die, do they go away forever? No, they lose morale when they lose all their health. So you have to send them to the Garrison so they can gain morale back. The Lich Doctor resurrects them. Let's plunder. Chance of artifact. Just gold. This is the prison. I want to set a monster free. Let's do it. Your volunteers are stuck into the prison. Someone got injured, but we got a skeleton dog out of it. Looks like I have to go to the office tomorrow. Any chance Hydra's can be Thursday? Or is it it's not at all, Sheriff. For bigger donations, I don't mind shuffling it at all. I'm gonna make a note of that so I remember after we're done with this. Hydra's on Thursday. Therapist. Let's say the therapist does. We haven't done that yet. Your employees get a therapy session paid for by the company. Killing humans is a difficult line of work, and you often have to leave your conscience at home, particularly during the torture sessions. This session will let your employees talk about their feelings and let out some steam. Oh, I don't have any tiers to pay, so I could extend. That's what the tier. So the tiers pay for the therapist. Standard Wargie. Let's do the event. You place a bet on a boar racing game during your lunch break. The one you chose finished first and you win the 300 coin jackpot. Sick. We beat the veterans last time. Although, you know, the difficulty between the different runs might have been based on which monsters we had off doing morale. So, okay, so these guys, this one has huge armor, is weak to ice, is weak to nature. Armor. So everyone but this has armor. The front one is weak to nature, so I probably want to put the poison trap here. Oh, the ballista would break their armor. That's actually probably a good call. Heals 50% of one hero's maximum life after a fight. Ooh, that's good to know. We assumed there were going to be heroes at some point. Yeah, gives 50% morale back. So this heals damage, this heals morale. And this gives morale back every turn. Applies enrage to all heroes. Alright, yeah, let's do the ballista first to break their armor. Alright, and then this does nature damage to all of them. This does nature damage to the front. This does nature damage to the front. Just to, like, put the goblins here. Oh, what does he do? 30 physical damage, applies bleeding. Monsters in the group gain enraged at the start of a fight. Oh, that's kind of sick. I don't think I want him here. I think I want to, like, nature down the first one. Do I want to kill the back line first? I don't really have monsters that attack the back. Well, I guess these do. And this doesn't have armor. I guess I could just run this down, huh? Like, these are still good at attacking the back line, right? Oh, sweet. It tells me... I didn't notice that. It tells me what their order is going to be over here, too, if I put them in. So I can know which of my monsters are going to go before the heroes, too. Yeah, killing the healer first is probably a good idea. Alright, I don't really have a great selection of things here. I only have 4, so we'll put them in. When you have a deeper pool of... When you have a deeper pool of monsters, you probably have a little bit more choices. Yeah, there have been what's felt like a lot of heroes so far. Okay, so let's do the goblin trick. Okay, sweet. And this plus this, and then hopefully this AoE kills her. Gets close. And she's poisoned. You know, they all get turns. Alright, the squad's not doing so great, chat. I fear for my goblins, chat. Alright, this guy... This one little trick that heroes hate. So their healer's down. I think I'm just gonna enrage, because this dude is resistant to fire, right? So Burning Whip seems bad. And like 2 of these things are fire dealers, unfortunately. So this guy restores morale at the end of each fight, so I think I need to just burn through it. Oh, these guys can go after the back though too, so that's sweet. Hey, the gargoyle survived a hit. That one did not survive a hit. Hopefully we're gonna be okay when they get to us here. Oh yeah, he's almost dead, huh? He might. Probably gonna die in this trap. Might even before. Sick. Now the poison dart gets the next one. Mysterious screwdriver. Each trap has a 10% chance to gain multi-action. +1 trigger. Creatures have a 20% chance to gain enrage through when they're attacked. A lot of our things are just dying. I already have a crystal skull. Let's level up the one we already have. Alright, so let's shuffle some guys around here. This guy, I like him in the first room. Let's get his morale and his morale up. Oh, a lot of these guys are kind of low. I guess I could leave a couple and like swap these out next time through. That probably works. I probably don't need all. 4 is probably a good choice. Oh, I do have a trap to check out. You're right. Okay, so I gotta... This is the oil cauldron, does fire damage and applies fire weakness. Oh. Oh, I just pulled my fire dudes though, right? That's good to know though. I probably want to swap this in. I haven't really been using the morale traps. My team's not really morale based. My monster's not really morale based. Opportunity to send one of your employees to an intensive training course. Okay. +2 levels for 300. I don't really like this guy. I don't think he's very good. I'm going to ignore it. Merchant lets us buy monsters sometimes. Air damage applies air weakness, applies vulnerable. Damage increase to takes cost by. Yeah, let's buy that one. Nature damage applies tiredness. Let's just like max out on monsters. Can I control where these show up at? Oh, sweet. And spread them out. Perfect. Work out. Some intensive sessions at the gym. A master has to stay fit. Let's see. I want to see what, like, all the miscellaneous office tasks are. High time to go through the stockroom. During cleaning one, your employees finds a strange object. Merchant prices reduced by 20%. Seems good. These have been kind of good rewards from the events. A wizard with a strange hat has fallen from the sky and landed at your entrance. He was carrying an artifact. Traps deal 20% additional damage and morale. Deal.
Stronger heroes are coming from faraway lands. In order to better combat this threat, we have increased the size of our dungeons.
Oh, okay. Okay, there's still only 2 rooms here. I mean, there's no fear in this dojo, chat. Obs, we're gonna fight the champions. Come on now. Everybody simmer down. What is that? What does that do? I don't know what this room means. Like another spell room? I think it's another spell room. Okay. That makes sense why there weren't room for more monsters. Is it game over if we fail? I don't know. Alright, so this is weak to fire, weak to nature. Weak to fire, weak to nature. Weak armor. Gives morale back. Gets enraged when she loses morale. So we want to avoid dumping morale on this. Replaces one of the penalties with a bonus stat at the start of her turn. Okay, so this is weak to nature, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy out. I like this guy up front because he protects the rest of them. And this enrages all my stuff. Let's try that. This also applies bleeding, which seems good in the first room. Hey, Clastronaut, thank you for the quarter veer. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Brings back a dead hero to life as a skeleton warrior. Interesting. I wonder if the skeletons themselves come back to them. Killing the middle thing seems kind of tough. So this is weak to nature and this is weak to nature. So I think I'm going to poison dart here since that's a nature attack. Because even if this dies, this is also weak to nature. This does nature damage. Sure. This hits the back with ice damage. This is weak to ice. That seems pretty good. All right, last trap. These don't have very good armor, so let's put the circular saw here. Yeah, this is a sponsored game. That's why that's in the stream title. It's called Legends of the Keepers. It's going into early access on Steam tomorrow or the day after. I think it's at the 19th, but I don't know exactly what time zone those things count in. So, yeah, let's just kill the first one. And then Doggo gets to bite. So she does get rid of a penalty at the start of her turn, but if we stack a bunch of penalties on her... Oh, not my Doggo. 1 day and 20 hours, according to Steam. Okay, look at that. Steam's such good software. Applies bleeding. Let's just try and focus fire this one down. Okay, so she clears bleeding 100% then on her turn. Okay. And it enhances her armor. Oh no. We can maybe finish her though. Although these things are going to take turns. These both attack the back one though. Okay, so if I do this, this probably finishes her because these two will attack the back. Hey, that's my crystal skull. Well, it was my crystal skull. That might not be good enough to finish it. Although the poison or the bleeding might get it. Perfect. I believe they'll probably track purchases through my bit.ly link they gave me here. Alright, so yeah, okay, so this is select a disaster. Okay, so it's technically not a spell, it's a disaster. Reduces all of their speed. This only hits the front one. Frostbite versus speed reduction. This one does more damage. Let's see what falls. Oh, I wasn't thinking about this making a skeleton, so my poison trap hits the skeleton now. That's a little unfortunate. So this would only kill the skeleton, which isn't a good use of this, so let's enrage all the monsters in the next one. Okay, so both of these would kill this, so I might as well do this so we hit everything else a little bit. So that does ice to the back one. This does a little bit to everything. Let's end the back one. Although I guess if we kill the back one, this thing could bring it back. Applies tiredness. Let's do that. The range of animations are really sweet in this game. I feel like they did a pretty good job. Applies bleeding 3. Let's do it. This is a indie game that's going to be releasing on Steam in early access soon called Legends of the Keepers. You can find more about it on the Steam page there. All right, so this ice block would kill that. Freezing breath would hit both and slow them. Let's do that. I feel like I kind of want to kill this one first so she doesn't just reanimate this. Okay, sweet. And then this will kill him off. This dude's sick. I love how he sends his vines through him. Whatcha? Any idea how long a run is? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. This is Bewitched Gloves. Each hero has a 30% chance of being affected by an elemental weakness at the start of a dungeon. Ooh, that actually seems pretty good. Infernal Guardian does fire damage and then resistance is reduced. I kind of like that. Well, these are both fire monsters. Monsters killed come back to life as a skeleton warrior. Okay, so this passive isn't very useful to me because I already have that, right? Oh, this does attack the middle. Incineration jumps to another. Let's get this guy. Okay, sounds great. All right, what do our guys look like here? He is kind of chunky. All right, so let's put him over here. I like Mandible in the first room because he does poison. You want me to upgrade the traps? I don't think this guy's very useful. Let's get my poison goblins up here. We got a good range of dorks now. I don't think this guy's very useful. He mostly does morale damage. Oh, Mortar needs to rest real bad. I guess we'll leave him in here just for variety's sake. He has a gold star. He does. I don't know what that means. Merchant. All right, we want to upgrade a trap? Okay, let's upgrade a trap. Circular saw. Oh, it tells you what the upgrade does too. Sick. 32 damage, bleeding 2. 58 damage, poison 4. I'm a big fan of poisons. Let's upgrade that one. Physical damage, the debuff's the same. This does burn 4. Sanctuary. A ceremony as gloomy as it should be, just to make the adventurer's life force. Okay, we haven't done this one yet. Let's see what this one is. The officiant is waiting for your instructions and your offerings to start the rituals. Which curse are you going to make the human suffer? Oh, I don't have tears. Maybe we shouldn't be stat dumping and just getting blood. I don't know. I don't really want to change my monster team. Just pay him blood. It works out fine. Work out. We didn't do this yet either. Let's see what this does. The gym is just for you. What are you going to train this time? This is upgrade my actual boss monster. Okay, yeah, so this makes it so I recover 11 life per week now. So there's 2 different sets of adventurers and then veterans. Well, easy veterans. Double the prizes, double the fun. Alright, so what do they do? Weak to nature, strong against ice, has some armor. Replaces penalties with a bonus. Heals. This is the healer in the middle. This is weak to air and physical attacks. This is weak to physical attacks and nature. What is weak to fire? Yeah. Does fire damage. Jumps once to the monster, position behind the target if the target is killed. Okay, so I probably want... Air damage seems pretty good, so I probably want this guy. Jeff isn't making the adventurer sad. I guess I'll have to buy this game and do it myself. This attacks the center. Both of these are resistant to fire, though, which probably makes that a bad choice. I think I'm gonna go Goblin Archer here. So she's gonna attack first, and she attacks the front, but that's fine, because this is... Although I guess if he dies, it jumps to the next one. I don't know, Flockle. Maybe I want to put this here because it's more resistant to fire. Both these are pretty squishy, though. There's a chance they both just die. I guess I want to put the archer second because he goes after the back one and she's going to hit the front guy. I think I want him despite the fire resistance. Well, I guess he's resistant to fire. That's actually true. Okay, so if I put him up, I also kind of want to try him. He's like ready to go with his skull belt. So this does fire damage and he's pretty likely to survive, right? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. He goes last in terms of speed. I guess that's not surprising. All right. There's a lot of permutations to think through to optimize. Yeah, a lot more health. I think I want to do this trap first. It applies bleeding, so it gives them a chance to die before they get to my next set of monsters. Oh, wait. This applies fire weakness, and I've got fire monsters in my next group. Yeah, let's do that. I haven't tried that one yet. Yeah, so these both do fire, right? I'm dumb. These are resistant to fire. Are we all in? I think we're all in. It's gonna be okay. They're resistant to ice too. All right, let's try this.
Holly, I'm coming.
Okay, so Toxic Volley to start. Whatcha? So this does damage to just the front one. This does damage to everything and makes them weak to air. There you go, oldest son. Love you. Man, he is beefy. All right. That's great. Do I want to spread it out or focus on? I think I'm going to focus down the first one. Although I guess she heals. If I could focus down the middle one, that would be good. Because she heals something 50%. So if we can kill her this fight, that would be great. Oh no, they killed my big boy. I liked my big boy. He and I were like family, chat. Sick, he survived that. All right, have some more poison. I don't think we're gonna kill the healer here, unfortunately. Wow, her attack is bad. Okay. I feel like we did a good round of damage. I don't think these champions are gonna get to our boss. Like, I guess the healer might mean they get there. I don't know. They've got a lot of percentages on them that are burning them off over the dungeon. Yeah, you love to see it. Oh, yeah. Burning on up. Oh, yeah, they're not even gonna get to my second set of monsters? Whatcha? Oh, that's a big boy. Applies ice weakness. Winneva does fire damage, does nature damage, applies poison. Attacks jump to the hero position behind this one if the target's armor is positive. That seems really good, huh? Because, like, usually the highest armor dork is up front, so this one has like a really high chance to jump to the one behind it. Listen, we're a bit gold light, but I would like more monsters. All right, how are we shuffling dudes around? I mean, what are we gonna do with the gold? Get more monsters? Come on now, we're just skipping a step. Making friends are more important than money, chat. All right, he's a little bit sad. Let's slide him out. Oh, Zygomatic's here. Okay, so I have this chunker to start on this one. I think I'm gonna leave him here. He's only missing 2. I think I want this guy to be in front of my next set. Yeah, this releases on Steam in a little under 2 days, sorry. Let's try our new chick up here. Put the chunker in with the other fire dudes. Oh, that's a good suggestion, because he reduces their fire resistance, right? Yeah, that's a good call. Okay, so we'll swap him out, so we'll put this guy with the armor. This does bleeding, too. So putting bleeding on the front group makes sense, so they can bleed out as they get to the next group. I don't know that I really want to upgrade my traps. I think I'd rather upgrade my heroes. Oh, sweet. So the alchemist will let me turn blood into tears. That's perfect. Okay. So you actually can just dump stat killing the heroes and ignore it, and you can transmute here. That's good to know. Yeah, so I'm gonna drain. I don't know when we're gonna see an alchemist again, so I'm gonna drain my blood pretty low because we're farming blood on most of our runs. While walking through the corridors, you notice a monster waiting for a job interview. You could hire the candidate right now. Well, I mean, we did say we want lots of friends, right? He's gonna get 2 levels. It takes 8 weeks. Let's do that. All right, where's my new friend? She's leveling. She does air damage, and then applies tiredness. Applies haste to monsters in front of her. That's sweet. So we want her in the back when we position, because she buffs the monsters in front of her. Alright, so this actually doesn't have that much armor, But still, if the armor's positive, so I want to try her out. These are, so this has negative armor, which positive armor, which is fine. These are weak to nature, strong to nature, strong to nature. Zygomatic up front. Anything shuffle, my guys? What are passives? Immune to monster spells. Randomly moves all monsters to another position at the start of the fight. Okay, so this is the one I was looking for. Randomly moves all monsters. So I want to actually put this guy at the back because he's gonna get randomly moved. Yeah, this is a scrambler. The Ice Wizard's a scrambler. And then let's put her here because I want her further back, I think. Although both of these are areas. What are their air resistances like? 0 and 20. This is weak to nature. I'll put a goblin in. And then we've got a fire group for the next one, so we'll put the oil cauldron here since we got a bunch of fire monsters coming up. Oh, and then they're gonna shuffle again. So I want her in the back. And I want this here so he's further up front. Has a better chance to be up front. I mean, who's the bad guy and who's the good guy is all determined by who gets to write the history book, right? Oh, that's actually true. If I kill this in an earlier room, it won't shuffle them. Oh, because you didn't quite get the mix we want there, but close enough. This is at least gonna protect her. Applies poison 3, does fire to the front. So these are resistant to nature. These last two, I think we just do the Infernal Kiss. Yeah, I'm just defending my treasure. They're basically thieves. So I'm up. I think they're all gonna make it to our second set of monsters, so that's good. Swarm of bats makes them bleed, demoralizes. This applies fire weakness too? Oh, that's so good. I didn't realize that yet. Does fire weakness double up? That's the real question. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it stacks. Despite all the rage, do 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 do. Oh wait, did it not shuffle them? Oh, I didn't read. It's only at the start of the first fight. Oh, I'm so dumb, chat. Words have meaning. All right, I guess. I thought we were so smart and thin. Whoa, no! They killed our guy before he even got a turn. That's so rude. All right, sick. Well. Reading the passive. Oh, look at that. It just crunches both of them. What? Gobble, gobble. Didn't read confirm magic play, right? So this gives extra power. This gives extra armor. The last attack sold me. Let's breed these. Okay. She Let's slide the goblin out. Let's put our poison archer back in. I actually probably would rather have her in the third group if I'm not gonna garrison her, because she does fire with these. Yeah, that's how he earned his gold star. Someone asked, how did he hit both? The incineration jumps to another hero if the target's fire resistance is negative. So their middle guy had negative fire resistance, so it jumped. What are the gold stars? I have no idea. I assume it means they're busted. That's what it seems like it means. Banshee has offered her crying service for a very reasonable price. Well, we just jumped up on tier, so I'm gonna refuse. We're short on gold, so I don't think engineer is very useful. An enthusiast has tracked an artifact you and like to buy it for a price. No, I like my skull. Get out of here. So someone asked why someone had a lock on it. This is why. So you can send one of your monsters off to defend them for a little bit, and then they come back. I think we can spare a goblin for 8 weeks. Get a bunch of gold and some blood. Okay, and then I'd actually rather fight veterans in the stronghold, because the stronghold has the environment room where it makes them weak to fire. All right, and I think this is gonna be my last bit. I was supposed to do at least an hour. We've done 90 minutes. This game's been fun. It's good. I wonder if they're gonna port this to mobile at some point. I don't know what engine it's on. It's definitely going to be on Steam. It has, I'm playing it natively on Linux here today. It supports OS X as well on Steam and Windows, of course. What do these guys do? Lots of armor, lots of armor. Not so much armor. Weak to nature, neutral to nature, weak to nature. What do their abilities do? Applies in range 3. Grants a bonus when stunned. Gives morale back. Cannot be demoralized, sure. Okay, so my nature attacker sounds great. I like this guy up front. Oh, I guess he does physical damage. Am I supposed to have him sit out? Because he does physical? Dealing physical damage to their frontliner with 60% armor seems real bad. You want to put these air guys in? Yeah, let's get physical. This is resistant to air, but will probably be hitting the front one. This is weak to air. Put the ballista in and break their armor before they get to the next one. Well, I guess I want to just do fire again. Yeah, let's do the oil trap, because my second squad is all fire dorks. Okay, then let's get her in the back this time, so they're not going to be shuffled. Their guys are a little bit resistant to fire, but I think with the trap we'll probably be okay. So I don't want a heat wave here because my fire guys are all the way down here and this will be up by then. But swarm of bats would make them bleed, so. The range of animations here are so good. Can you play as the good guys in this game? I don't believe so. Although I didn't look, they're going into early access in 2 days, so I don't know 100% what the range of features they're gonna have is. Have some extra bleeding. Well, am I able to say things aren't going well for our hero? Because we're not the hero, right? We're decidedly not the hero. I think we just apply more bleeding, because these carry around turn to turn.
I'm committed.
They said they have ideas for PvP for their final release. Okay. All right, so that one's going down, and this is weak to fire, so I can burning whip this for a bunch. Whip it good. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, so let's do Gust, and I'm interested to see if the turn order shuffles when we give haste. It did. Okay, sweet.
I'm committed.
He's still a slow boy. He's still quite the slow boy. More damage, longer bleeding. I like Whiplash. All right. So that's gonna wrap up for me for today. Again, this was Legends of the Keeper, which you can check out on Steam using my bit.ly link here if you enjoyed it. Oh, if I could type. So it comes out on Thursday, so you can click that link and add it to your Steam wish list so you can get a reminder when it does come out. If you missed any of this from the start and you want to see me walk through, including the tutorial, if you weren't following it along fully, it's all going to go up on my YouTube channel later tonight, as always. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I'll be back. Does the game end at 52 weeks? I actually don't know. I played much more here today than I played off stream yesterday. I'll probably try and finish this at some point tonight, and I can report back and see what it says. They said they check in after a year. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So probably 52 weeks. Any rate, I need to go eat some lunch and get my stuff prepped for tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow morning about 8:15, 8:30 Central Time. Everybody remember, you stay safe out there in this crazy world. Lots of stuff going on right now. I'm gonna hit one more ad roll on my way out the door to meet my quota for the day, but I'm all done with games. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday wherever you're at.